All right, so let's look at a few equations or a few lines and so that we can write the equation using standard form. So when we do this, we need to look at this line and determine one, what is the slope, what is the y-intercept, and then we use this form. So we know that this is a negative slope. Okay, so we can just keep a note of that, and we know it's negative because the line goes down towards the bottom right. So our slope here is going to be the point between, or the rate of change between two lines. So we can use this point and this point. And we know it's negative, so if we go up 1, we have a change of 1 for the y, for the change in y, and then we go over 1, 2, 3. So we're going to the left, so that's going to be a change of 3. And we know our y-intercept is at 4. So using this information, we're going to put this into the equation. So y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4. That is all that is done. You're taking this equation right here, find the slope, find the y-intercept, and you have the equation of that line in slope-intercept form. If we look at this example, we know that this line is a positive slope, okay, and we know that it's positive because it comes up towards the top right. Our y-intercept here, we can just write this down here, is at 0, -2. We're just going to use the y portion of that. And finding some points on this line, okay, we're going to say our change in y, we're going to use rise over run. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So far our slope is positive 4 for our change in y, our run. And then we're going to go to the right 3. So that's going to give us positive 1, 2, 3. So our slope is 4/3. So we're going to use these values and we're going to write it into the equation, and we get y equals 4/3 x, okay, because that's our equation, m, and then not plus -2. No, that's just not acceptable for algebra. It's 4/3 x minus 2. That is the equation of this line using slope-intercept form. And remember, you need to know if your slopes are positive or negative and you can use rise over run. If you had 2 points, you'd have to use it algebraically. All right, and for our last example, we have this line. Well, this line is horizontal. Okay, so we have a horizontal line here. What do we know about horizontal lines? Well, for horizontal lines, the slope is 0. If you need to see it again, why is it 0? Okay, slope is the rise over run. Well, we don't have a rise here. All right, so if we pick any points on this line, or even in between, there is no rise. So we're going to get 0. There's no change in y, and it doesn't matter what we get here. As long as the denominator is not 0, our slope is 0. And so our slope here is 0. So if you wanted to write that out, you would say y equals 0x. Our intercept is 2. But why even bother with that? Okay, that's just messy. The slope, the equation of this line is simply y equals 2. If the line was vertical right here, but you don't write that in slope-intercept form. If the line was vertical, or if it was like right here, it would be x equals 2. But this is the equation of that line. Slope-intercept is one of the easiest ones. Just make sure that you always look at the line to see if it's positive, negative, or 0. Find your slope, find your y-intercept, plug it in, and there you go. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.